New week, new game, and today on review we have Tiny Glade. This game has the potential to be mind-blowing, but it's not here yet. The core foundation of the game is amazing. The way building feels, how seamless it all is, how literally anything you slap together looks beautiful, it's insane and will hook you as soon as you build your first wall or tower. But at the moment it's a very bare bones and need more time. I know it's called Tiny Glade, but the world size is way too small, and to make everything beyond the castle or helmet. The trailers make it seem like you can make sprawling cities and towns, but that's not really a case. A larger wall that lets you build multiple large towns and cities connected with long, winding roads with small hamlets and farming areas in between is what this game should and could be, but that's not the case right now. The building pieces themselves are also very limited. You can make quite detailed houses and castles by stitching pieces together at different sizes and angles. The colorful wheel gives a nice variety of options, but there really needs to be more, especially in terms of ambient and environmental stuff to fill place. There are flowers, but they're only the one type that often doesn't fit with the style they're going for. Why not add more varieties of flowers or crop fields with different varieties, or small rocks and boulders, so you can place them to try and look more varied or more control over what trees you can place. This is just a few examples of many things that could be and should be added to make a Glade truly great. I've barely scratched the surface of the assets, but first thing I noticed is how intelligent the mechanics are. There are some very good quality of life features, just like little things like flags close together create bunting, putting a window on a flat castle roof will create a trapdoor, climbing ivory and other details will adjust around the windows and doors as you move them. Putting the flowers on the top of water will create a lily pads. There are too many examples for me to name and I'm still finding more. Honestly, if you told me that this game engine was AI, I'd believe you. If a small indie studio can craft this level of intelligent and responsive design, then really it should be dog standard of the industry on the AAA level. I hope a lot of studios take inspiration from what Poundslide has done here for the future sandbox games, as this makes many existing sandbox or city building games now look very restricted in what they can accomplish. I think the daily change fixture is a really nice touch too. There's no pressure, but it's a great looking place if you start with a stack of ideas. Having said that, the game isn't perfect. There are a few things I'd love to see. People and more animals roaming around. The sheep and dockers etc. are very cute, but creations do feel like they're missing a little spark of life. Some of the townspeople people around there idly would add a lot of the environment. And more asset choices. Arguably, I may not have found everything yet, but things like farm fields, flower variations, bridges, and the placement of small decorative objects outside of these ones that randomly spawn with doors and windows would allow a lot of variability. More building styles. To be fair, the existing building blocks are pretty customizable, you can probably make anything you tried hard enough. But it would be nice to have a more work with, so you could create an example of Japanese style diorama. More maps. You have too few to choose from, but more variety is never a bad thing, especially if we can get some larger ones to spread out a bit more. It might seem nitpicky, and I know the game literally just launched and will probably get updates adding a lot of this stuff, but I wanted to make it clear in this review that this game is a very bare bones right now. I only have just over an hour in it, but I can already see where it's heading. I fill up the very small space available to me, have my fun and then move on. I doubt I'd want to create a new Glade and start over because the build pieces aren't varied enough and whatever I build the next would look very similar to what I built before. This isn't a lack of my own creativity, I've played many games like this before. It's the game itself that is restrictive on creativity and many ways to the moment. Expand the space available to me, add more variety to build the pieces and more stuff I can place down to make it look nice, and the game will become an all-time great, as can see the immense potential with the core way the game functions and how nice building feels. But at the moment it's not something I can see myself spending more than of 1,000 hours without exhausting everything it has available to me. If you're fine with that in the price point, then by all means pick the game up and support the devs so they can continue future updates. But it's something you should at least know before buying. So thank you guys for watching this video, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button and hit the clock for the new videos. Bye.